May 11th, something is seriously wrong with her. Over the weekend she was actually rather nice. It was my turn to do the washing up on Sunday, but she had finished it all by the time I got back from my walk. Not only that, but she seemed rather pleased when I came back with a bag full of edible things from the surrounding forest. It's not like I found anything of interest at this time of year. Just a few leafy plants to go in some salad is all. She has even invited me to this conference on Wednesday. Apparently, it is a large group of like-minded people gathering for a talk and a meal in the big hotel in town. The talk is on ancient Egypt. Not exactly my thing, but it might be interesting. She assured me there will be vegetarian food there. I am inclined to believe her, considering she is a vegetarian too, and we wouldn't have to spend a day away from the dig, as we could easily travel there and back in the evening. I guess going wouldn't be too bad. I just wish I knew why she was being so nice to me. It's not the kindness that creeps me out the most though. It's how she looks at me. It's exactly the same expression I have seen on many an elven game hunter, eyes filled with pity, and a silent apology before their fingers release the bowstring. Thinking about it just sent a shiver down my spine. I am going to catch up on some sleep now, and hope I can figure things out by morning. In hindsight, I really should have taken a few of Father's reference books with me. Maybe then I could have practiced some protective magic. May 12th. Finally we have found something. We were both digging, and came across some pieces of broken something. We don't know what it is yet, but we will try to put it together when we have more pieces. It will most likely have nothing to do with the disappearance of my people. I really need to find some sort of record for that. Perhaps some carvings, but even statues or the odd piece of elven-made weaponry would do. But I am sure Danielle will be pleased with whatever we find. Yes, you read correctly. Danielle. I can officially write her name down now, as she used mine for the first time. She pronounced it wrong, but at least it's better than kid, or whatever she decides to throw off her tongue at the time. So I guess from now on I will be Dyre, instead of Dyre. Unless I can coach her on the subtleties of pronunciation. Oh well, deer are elegant and graceful creatures. I guess I should be flattered. We had some wine to celebrate. Her face when I drank the entire glass down in one. I was thirsty, okay? Also, human wine might as well be grape juice for an elf. It's so weak compared to what we are used to. I downed an entire bottle once and didn't even feel a thing. It only takes 2 glasses of elven wine for me to feel content and warm, and another 2 for me to be downright jolly, so humans must really be unable to take their alcohol. As well as teaching her how to pronounce my name, I should teach her how to drink. We had half a bottle, about 3 glasses each. Her filling of the wine glasses was rather sloppy, so there was never the same amount each time. She was lucid, but definitely feeling the effects. Her skin went a little pink, and she actually giggled. I wonder how she acts when completely tipsy. The conference is also tomorrow and I have no idea what I am supposed to wear. Human men usually wear something called a suit on such occasions, yes? I have never seen the need to buy one, not that I would know where to find one in the first place. I have seen one in shop that seemed to be for wedding supplies before, but never in the kind of shops I can afford to shop in. I find it cute how humans really go all out at a wedding. Making sure every tiny detail is perfect right down to the color of their shoes and the food, but miss the main point of the whole thing: their partner. An Elven wedding is much more beautiful in my opinion. Both the bride and groom, at least I think that's what humans call them, wear simple flowing robes. No makeup either, although some will braid their hair. We don't need massive crowds, usually it is just the couple and their parents. Sometimes siblings, if they have any. The couple vow under an old tree to remain together forever, with the forest itself acting as the main witness. Makes me wonder what the tree thinks of all of the commotion. My dad can speak to trees, but I can only sense how they are feeling rather than what they are thinking. Maybe I should practice the next time I go for a walk. May 13th. Typical. Just when we find something, it decides to absolutely pour it down with rain. Not that I mind rain, it's just digging clay soil in the rain is a nigh on impossible, and risky business. Try it, if you don't believe me. Actually, don't. You will slip and hurt yourself. Trust me. At least the time we would have spent digging was put to constructive use finding something for me to wear this evening. Danielle insists that it is not a formal event, so I should be fine. Yeah, try feeling fine when this thing called a tie is choking you. She picked out the stuff for me to wear with one exception. My headband is staying where it is. I used the bog standard, cultural reasons, excuse. But I don't think she's buying it. She knows I am hiding something under there, but I doubt her mind will stretch to the truth. Oh well, time to go now. Maybe I will update after the conference. Update.
Pizza is great. Danny is not. Danny has a stick up her butt. Hee 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 hee. No fun at all. I'll show her, right after. I don't feel so good.
May 14th. What in the name of Mother Earth did I do last night? 1 minute I was enjoying the buffet with everyone else. The next minute I wake up to find myself vomiting into the caravan toilet, and my gut and head are killing me. I see I have written something about pizza, and Danielle being no fun, but I don't remember anything. She was so angry with me. I can tell. I didn't notice she was even with me at first until she let my hair go. How long had she been holding it back for me, I wonder? Then she lifted me unceremoniously by my aching gut. I groaned as she dragged me to her bed and threw me down on my back, causing even more pounding in my skull.
What the hell were you playing at?
She spat.
Did you take some drugs or something?
I was in too much discomfort to answer. All I knew is that I currently felt like crap. I knew nothing about why.
Come on,
she urged.
Out with it.
What happened? I managed to blurt out weakly.
You made a right ass of yourself, that's what. 1 minute you were snacking away at the buffet table near the kids, the next you were laughing like a hyena, staggering all over the place and trying to get everyone to dance. Not that they could understand a word you were saying. Your speech was so slurred. Then again, by the end of it I am not even sure you were even speaking English anymore.
I groaned again, and curled into the fetal position. My stomach cramps weren't going to go away anytime soon. Those children. I think I remember them. I muttered, almost to myself, some lost memories floating back to the surface.
Yeah, and they are sure going to remember you.
One of them, the girl, gave me this brown stuff.
Yeah, and I am really going to believe the hotel owner's 7-year-old is a drug peddler. You're a disgrace.
I reached into my pocket and pulled out the wrapper. Lint. What was that? I had seen it somewhere before, but... She snatched the wrapper off me and began to examine it. After a thorough examination and a cursory sniff, she reached her conclusion.
Chocolate? It's just normal dark chocolate by the looks of it.
Thinking back, I could remember the little girl offering me some of this chocolate, claiming it was too dark for her tastes, and that I might like the taste of it. There was about quarter of the block left, and I ate it eagerly. It had a wonderful taste, a blend of smooth and slightly bitter. I thanked her, went back to the buffet table to sample some more treats, and then... well, that's as far as my memory goes. Whatever it was, don't let me eat any of it again, I groaned. All I know is that it couldn't have been the alcohol. It was limited to 1 glass per person, and you have seen how I can hold my liquor. Oh no. I ran back to the toilet as fast as I could, as my intestines decided whatever it is they were supposed to digest, they were not having it. Danielle left me to my own devices for a while, but eventually couldn't resist yelling at me some more. By the time she wrenched the door open, is that lock even worth having? I mean honestly. It's useless. I was back on the floor, having felt the need to vomit as soon as I pulled the flush.
I just called the hotel manager and the chairman of the conference to apologize on your behalf.
She began.
I also warned them both that someone may have drugged the food or something. But to be honest, everyone still thinks you just got rat-assed, or high as a fucking kite. You were the only idiot to act that way all evening.
There was that F word again. I am liking that word less and less. Also, isn't an ass a type of equid? Why would I be a rat and an equid? My head hurt too much for this kind of human nonsense. I rested my eyes for a second and found myself back in her bed. Did I pass out? The clock on the wall says it's already 4 in the afternoon. I guess I must have. As I reached for a glass of water, I discovered, much to my horror, that my clothes were folded up on the floor beside the bed, and I was completely naked. With a rather pathetic squeak, I dived further under the covers, my hands shooting up to my head. Oh, thank the Great Mother she left my headband on. If she saw my ears, she would probably sell me to a lab or something. At least I no longer feel nauseous. My gut still feels a little sore, and there still seems to be a guy with a hammer living in my skull, but a few glasses of water and some rest should set me right. I am still a little miffed that she undressed me without my permission, but I was ill, and she couldn't exactly leave me in my clothes. I will let her off this time, but if she keeps on disrespecting personal boundaries, I am going to have to give her a cultural education on what I consider acceptable, and what isn't. For now, I will just have to not think of her gazing at my naked form. Keeping this diary and a pen always in my back pocket, shrunk with a little magic, is certainly convenient, as I can write my account of the day without even leaving this bed. Admittedly, I had to reach down to the floor, but that is hardly effort. I think I will finish up for today and go back to sleep. If she wants her bed back, she will have to wake me up later. May 15th. Well, who could have guessed it? She left me in the bed and slept where I usually do. I can tell she is still mad at me though. She glared at me all through breakfast, and practically threw my shovel in my face. Well, I suppose in her eyes I do deserve it for whatever I did on Wednesday. Best get out and join her on the dig before things get any worse between us. Update. She came back after lunch with some more of those bars of chocolate. She says they are from the same store and batch as the one I ate, and I have to prove to her the chocolate was drugged. Or she is searching every inch of the caravan and my person for my stash, and is turning me into the police. She even put them in her personal safe so I can't tamper with them in the meantime. What am I supposed to do now? We have to finish the day's digging, of course, but what if it wasn't the chocolate? She won't find any drugs in my stuff, but she may very well find out more than I would like her to know if she does the full search of my person like she threatened. She has seen me naked before, of course. I doubt she undressed me without peeking. Outwardly, us elves are very similar to humans, apart from the fact we don't tend to grow much body hair. But the ears are something I can't explain away. Oh well. Back to the dig. What was that expression the humans use for this situation? Something about crossing a bridge? Update.
This stuff is awesome. She let me eat a whole row of chocolate and I feel so happy right now it is beyond words. She ate the whole rest of the bar and nothing. Sucks to be her. Hee. I'm supposed to be going to bed right now but I am way too excited for that nonsense. Hee. I keep bumping into things, clumsy legs. Why aren't they doing what I tell them? According to her I look absolutely smashed. Whatever that means. I guess it's another human term for drunk. I certainly feel like it. I need to find out where she put the rest of the chocolate. Hee. Don't tell her I wrote that diary, you hear? Shh, little book, good book.